Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Folks, welcome to Bitcoin Bulletin. Today we're talking about Bitcoin's recent rejection from its all-time high and what it means for this market. The big question on everyone's mind right now is, can Bitcoin recover? Well, the answer is a bit more complicated than that. So, let's dive into it. It seems like trade uncertainties were the main culprit behind this rejection. The US-China trade deal has brought down tariff uncertainties, and stocks have been the real winners from this deal. But what about Bitcoin? Well, it looks like it's been left in the dust. The BTC-SBX ratio has fallen by about 5%, which is a clear indication of how market participants are feeling about Bitcoin right now. And let me tell you, folks, this isn't the first time we've seen Bitcoin get caught in the crossfire when trade tensions are high. Remember that whole banking crisis back in March? Yeah, that was a perfect example of how Bitcoin can act as a safe haven asset during times of uncertainty. Now some people might be thinking, okay, so Bitcoin's just going to continue to drop. It's not worth investing in anymore. But hold on, folks, because there's more to this story than meets the eye. As Bitcoin grows more mature and its market cap continues to increase, we're seeing a shift in how it behaves in the market. Institutions are starting to take notice, and that means more stable price action for Bitcoin. Investors are expecting it to act like a store of value, not just some wild ride that's going to drop at any moment. And Don, one of our traders, reminded us today that sell in May and go away might not be as true as we think. In fact, the average market return in May has been over 8%, which is actually quite healthy. So, don't write off Bitcoin just yet, folks. There's still a lot to be said for its potential long-term upside. And with all these developments happening in the trade space, I've got to say, Bitcoin's safe haven role might just become even more important than we thought. So, what does this mean for us investors? Well, it means that we need to stay on top of our game and keep a close eye on those trends. Don't be afraid to take some profits or adjust your strategy as needed. And most importantly, don't lose sight of the bigger picture. Bitcoin's not just about short-term gains, it's about long-term value. And if we can get Bitcoin back on track, watch out for some exciting times ahead. That's all for today, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Bitcoin Bulletin.